I live in Lagos.
So music is really powerful. We have a performance, Michael Damilola Bayomi, aka M Lord. M Lord, can your music heal brain damage?
I pray it does.
How do you describe your style of music?
I look at music as conscious.
Conscious, yes. Okay, so conscious. So
I'm
what?
a very versatile artist.
Okay.
So I go from conscious, I go into commercial.
Okay.
I give the fans whatever they want.
They want.
Yes,
okay. Now you see that's where there's that thin line. People talk about what the fans want versus what you want to give or what you are, what you have an affinity for. You know that there's that thin line. How do you?
Just now, sorry for cutting you short. Just like my latest EP, Survivor, talking about a lot inside. Bringing these things, satisfying the fans, satisfying your dreams. These things
at the same time. How many songs you have in your EP?
5.
5 songs,
yes. 5 songs.
That's when was it out?
It just came out on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Yes,
right? Is that your first body of work?
That's my first EP.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wonderful. And what's it titled?
Survivor.
I like that. Survivor. Yeah. What inspired that?
My life.
Your life.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. So what's the title of the song this morning?
Prayer for Grace. That's
Prayer for
track
Grace.
1
on Survivor.
Yes.
I like that. You're talking about Survivor and then you start with a prayer. That's a wonderful way to, give credence to deity.
Yes.
Wonderful. I like that. Right? To prayer for grace. All right. Just come this way and take it away.
Hey, yo, JK's beats. Oh, them they hate on me. When I they chase money. You do good thing, they hate. You do bad thing, they hate. Only so ni wọ́n say. I wake up and I pray to God to make it better. Make it my road, it just declare I no want quanta. Gbogbo kan tí n bá dáwọ́lé ó make it prosper. Kí máa yọ̀ fà, kí máa rí fà. Pray to God to make it better. Make it my road, it just declare I no want quanta. Gbogbo kan tí n bá dáwọ́lé ó kó máa lọ fà. Kó máa lọ fà.
Hello.
Kó máa lọ fà.
Yeah, I just want to flex. All the designer give me Prada with the Gucci. Jọ̀wọ́ call all the girls. Make them start to the dance, make them shake it down. Wetin make me the verse. But me no concentrate to all that your bullshit. Me wey dey use my sense. Cause I must get everything I want before 40. Kò ṣeré ní Naija ọmọ pẹ́ ń cash out. Many things táwọn ọmọ pẹ́ ń dash out. I no fit carry last loud. I no resemble them stand out. Ọjà ò wọ̀, mi ò sá mi ò rán, ó fà ó lọ.
I wake up and I pray to God to make it better. Make it my road, it just declare I no want quanta. Gbogbo kan tí n bá dáwọ́lé ó make it prosper. Kí máa yọ̀ fà, kí máa rí fà. Pray to God to make it better. Make it my road, it just declare I no want quanta. Gbogbo kan tí n bá dáwọ́lé ó kó máa lọ fà. Kó máa lọ fà, kó máa lọ fà. I wake up and I pray to God to make it better. Make it my road, it just declare I no want quanta. Gbogbo kan tí n bá dáwọ́lé ó make it prosper. Kí máa yọ̀ fà, kí máa rí fà. Pray to God to make it better.
By the special grace of God, I will be turning 65 years old on the 21st September 2025. And this happens to be a Sunday. This is why I have decided to dedicate the day to God for all His blessings in my life and having a quiet birthday. I wish to appeal to those who would like to send a birthday card, cakes, flowers, greetings in the newspapers, or gifts. Should please send the funds to the designated account for a special project close to my heart, among many others. The completion of the National Library. This would be the best birthday present I could receive. My love for education has informed my decision to dedicate my birthday to this worthy cause. This fund is coordinated by the Federal Ministry of Education under Oluremi at 65 Education Fund, Zenith Bank PLC. Account number is 131-031-4977. Thank you for joining me in this building project. God bless you.
Maya Angelou was a civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angelou was born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. Angelou had a difficult childhood. Her parents split up when she was very young. Around the 1960s, Angelou lived in Ghana working as an editor and a freelance writer. Angelou also held a position at the University of Ghana for a time before she joined a community of revolutionist returnees exploring Pan-Africanism and became close with human rights activist and black nationalist leader Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. In 1961, Angelou
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It's What's Up and About. We are here. Chef STK is in the house. Daddy's in the house. And of course, Mary with a hand.
Mary's looking so pretty this morning.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Violence pretty.
Yes.
Raise your hand up, Black Widow.
Oh, wow.
Raise it up.
I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me.
Why would a maid want to call? If you now imagine Mary put application for a maid. Mary has been looking out for a maid, so if you want to, you can reach out. But if Mary put out the application, I bet now watch Mary on Wake Up Nigeria. Now see this thing on your hand, say, is it me you use that thing for? Mary, let me give you an idea. Take it off and ask for a maid. You will probably get one as soon as possible. Chef STK, how you doing? How's the noodles coming through?
Good, good.
Let me give you you can just put ramen, just call it ramen. Just do something and put ramen inside it.
You said ramen, so
you know, yeah, looking forward to it. But then you're already going with the vegetables there. I can see with the tomatoes and all of that, yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
Like
okay.
tomatoes and
Wonderful.
carrots, I always find them going the same meal as a weird combination.
Combo.
I don't know why, yeah.
So
When I'm putting carrots, I think no tomatoes.
I actually kind of agree.
Yeah.
Like, I've always felt tomatoes and carrots in the same meal.
They don't
so what I
mix.
usually do whenever I have to is I do the
put everything.
tomato almost like garnish.
Yes, exactly.
But to cook it
I think it's
together.
it's the idea of jollof rice.
Jollof, yes. I always feel like
fried rice is carrots. Jollof rice is tomatoes.
So you when you say garnish, that means you would slice it
and then
slices and just put it on top or something.
Me generally, I like everything I'm putting in to be crunchy. I put my onions in 3 stages. In the starting process, in the middle stage, and then when it's cooked. Like I like a bit of raw onions.
We're on the same mental.
As when it comes to cooking, my dear.
There's one basic thing that my friend, I think when we used to cook beans then, so we would put in the things as early as possible. So if you're washing the beans, so you do the first one to parboil, and normally you don't want to parboil because some people say you're washing out quite a lot of the nutrients. But when you look at the way beans is stored, just a few days back, we had a report, and we've seen it before, people put in this sniper inside bags of beans to pesticides. Yes. So this time around it was this white, I don't know whether it was otapia or something.
They say cement. Or is it
so it was a lot. So they were mixing it, stepping on it and all of that. And that's because, of course, beans, if you keep it, we had beans here. It didn't stay a few weeks and weevils had come in. So, and it's actually healthy when you see weevils in it. It shows, yes, it shows it's healthy.
It shows
if you see beans that win, so you want
That the ones they gave us in secondary
proteinous.
school was very good because as you see the beans, you see them.
Oh yes, because if you put in when you put in the
protein.
when you put in the pesticides, the weevils will not be there.
They won't be there. True.
So they won't eat.
True, they won't
So if you see beans that has weevils, it's good beans.
Good beans. Oh, okay.
And more often than not, I mean, we eat animals.
Mike sells beans. It's giving you facts.
You can basically, the weevils are not harmful.
So I know I was having this
They're not
conversation
harmful.
about my dad's eating diet, right? And one of his major things he eats is beans, right? So he was talking about now we're talking about back to the parboiling situation.
Yeah.
So now they say it's not even safe to parboil your beans because when you parboil it, whatever they use to preserve it now gets into the beans.
Hey.
Do you understand? So it's best to wash it,
Hey.
right? Boil it, probably wash and then wash with hot water and then drain it and cool, like a lot of cold water before you put it in. Because say if you boil it straight, do you understand? Because it now starts absorbing whatever
All
it
the
is before you now.
pesticides.
The next
And
beans
all
I
the-
cook, I'll try that one. So what happens? I like the fact that you say use hot water to wash
Yes,
it. So
to
that,
wash it.
yes, I can understand where that might come in because when you are boiling something,
Yes.
you know, there is that
It makes
infusion.
it, yes, it
it's
makes
possible.
it
If I
softer.
think about it, there's that infusion.
in a way,
So you use hot water and wash it.
it means
and
that
then you-
akara and
you
moi moi
throw it
to an
out.
extent is a bit safer.
Yeah, because
Technically that's what they do. They'll
That's what
soak
they
it
do.
in hot
Soak it
water,
and then wash,
then
peel and peel.
peel it, then
You know, and that's why I tell
You only
people
got
that in this country, as much as possible, give your body the best chance to fight because we are depending on our immune system a lot.
A lot, yes.
No matter how you try to be, there would always be
something
things that will get through.
yes.
And that's why, as much as possible, vitamin C, which I need to do, vitamin C, vitamin D, ensure, and of course, healthy exercise. Because it's basically your immune system that will save you from all. Because look at now, me, I used to boil it now. Trying to avoid it. Now, more the tea. You are putting it inside more. So it's a problem, yeah. So whichever way, just be sure that
and you know
your immune systems.
this immune system you're talking about is also a problem when it's too much.
Oh, so
Like this
know,
world
there was
is a
this-
very funny thing.
there was
Like
this,
if your immune system is low, wahala.
Yeah.
If it's too high, wahala.
but there's balance everywhere. Same thing with
balance,
food and
Balance
everything.
is key. But
Very
You know,
important.
Same thing with food and everything. When you have, I think it was there are particular diseases where the body, something happens, and then the body sends signals to the brain, and then the brain, of course, fires the immune system to help and solve it, and that help and help it is now where the problem is coming.
Yes.
in. There are many
Yes,
illnesses like
yes,
that. You know, so as with everything, balance.
Balance.
There was one
Everything.
movie I was
If you were
watching where
cooking
there was
noodles
a-
now and then you gotta put the water, they used to tell us that. So rather than make sure that the water is less, so that if you need more water, that's what you're putting. You add, rather than it's too much and then you're praying for the thing to dry up.
Spoil the taste sometimes.
It will spoil it.
Especially when you are doing jollof
No,
rice.
yes,
Just
okay, what do
let
you think?
it steam
Do
instead.
you, if you're putting food, yeah, do you put little water and then if you need you add, or you already know the exact amount you use?
Most times I do that for basmati rice.
Okay, basmati rice, yeah.
So it does not soggy. And
So it doesn't get
especially-
soggy.
Or when you get rice that you don't even know the exact, like when someone gives you rice
Yes.
and you're not sure exactly if it's good for white rice or it's good for just jollof,
Yes.
you put small water. But
So that
sometimes, yes,
The
because
thing you know go
sometimes it
just
goes-
overdo,
Yeah.
you know go
I
south.
guess.
Let it act in my brain.
No, you will just change it to another thing.
Do you understand?
Abi-
As in, there are so many things to do with rice now.
Wow.
Haven't you seen?
Yes,
Do you know the funny thing? The Asians that love rice, they
The
eat
way
it
they eat it, I'm
like
telling you,
soggy.
you see it match back.
So that's the way they
But
enjoy
it's
it.
different ways. I feel so the Asians.
And
they
because
basically-
Now we they like
actually
and
from
one
Asia,
one,
I'm telling you, that's how
Now we they
actually
like
do
and
it.
one.
And
The
their
original rice
rice is
eaters.
staple. It's a
It's
staple for them.
soggy.
So they have
It's
different
soggy
ways.
rather.
They have different ways of eating
Most
it.
times it's soggy. And
It's
also because
soggy.
of that, they are
Then they will not do rice cake
Yeah,
again.
so
Yes, the
it has
chopstick
to-
needs to be able to.
Ah,
cook it,
no.
Yeah.
No.
But what do you prefer? Do you like it standing out? Do you like it in batches?
For me, I think it depends. It depends on the mood.
Like no
and then
matter what mood, I
exactly
like it standing out.
You
It
like
has to stand out. That's why
No,
I
so
love
there's something when
basmati.
eating fried rice, I like it, single, grainy. But sometimes there's some coconut rice that have you seen that coconut rice they actually make and put in nylon? They actually mash it.
Where did you eat this food? Is it in
My
Benin?
brother.
I've seen it.
You know, I think it's actually popular in Delta. Do you know it?
Delta, yes.
Yes, now.
Then
They
even
mash
Bangada,
it.
they mash.
They mash
I say it now. When I say Benin,
like eating
it's
swallow.
that area, Edo Delta. Something I love.
But tuwo is
one
also
of my-
there's tuwo shinkafa.
Still washing
One of my
yes.
yeah, some of my very good friends are from that area, and something I love about them, even before I came to Lagos, that's why I learned how to spicy food, how to eat spicy food, because the Edo Delta, they can cook. Of course, River State, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom, they can cook very well, and the way they cook and all of that. So
Cooking
yeah,
for me
it's
has
quite
to do
something.
more with adventure. I've always believed that for you to be you know, everybody can cook.
Yes, basic stuff.
Basic
right?
stuff.
It's now your ability
Everybody
to
can
recreate.
It's now your ability to create an adventurous.
No, they give you
It's a lie.
They say
Everybody can present. He's presenting talking. It's a lie.
No,
yes,
that's what I'm saying. That is your ability to take it to the next level.
There are some people that
makes
give them,
you a chef or an
there are some people that give them hot water to boil. They will spoil it. They will eat to boil.
Well,
yes. There's some people that can't even boil water. I'm telling you that.
That one is not about cooking. That one is a different problem.
Yeah, but you know something? There are people that quite simply cannot cook.
Yeah.
Not because they don't want to,
yes,
but because there's this story that somebody was telling me of a lady. So her husband knew that, she ticks all the boxes, but she doesn't cook. And she always says it like, I don't cook and everything. Yes. So he was of the belief that when they get married, she will go to a catering school or something. They expel that from like 3 catering schools.
That thing,
now they buy soups.
With some people, it's either in you or not in you.
They expel that from 3, not 1.
One body school though. All right. What are your thoughts on cooking, right? How do you prefer your food, soggy or single? How do you prefer your beans? Especially noodles, also.
Yes. Do you? Some crunch, like literally crunchy.
Yeah, I do most of the time.
Why?
It's not
but if it's ramen, you like it very, very soggy.
Ramen. Why do you?
You don't leave it like that. So I think swimming inside this thing. Let's know how you prefer your meals, right? Okay, we'll be back in a bit after this time out.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. Oh, Bobo.
You dey chop for this
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Come to a holla.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Quite an interesting chat we have coming right up. Anderson Adewo is an eccentric creative with over 11 years of redefining interior design through bold, eco-conscious innovation. Known for his unconventional style, he champions sustainability by upcycling materials into artful and functional spaces. Interior decor that is eco-friendly. How do you do that? It's great to have you, Anderson. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Right. But has it always been interior decoration, or in your journey of creativity, interior decoration is one that is at its point now?
It started with fashion.
You started with fashion, eh? Okay, talk to us. How did that all kick off?
So growing up, I was just in my mind, I was very fashionable. And then
I think you are.
And then my family gave me the room to always explore my fashion sense. So I would not just only dress up myself, I'll do for my brother and my sister, you know. So while I got into uni to study physics.
Physics?
Yes.
What? How did that happen?
Yeah, I was supposed to go in for engineering, and then I had a fall on physics, and then I got physics.
But what I'm thinking about it is that a student who's creative in fashion, I would say you tend more towards the art inclined discipplines rather than science.
But you know, we didn't have a choice then. Our parents, boys would
be insisted.
Engineers, girls would be
guy.
So yeah, I was pushed into engineering. Yeah, so during my study, I was dressing up differently. You know, so a lot of people would come and ask me where I got my stuff from. You know, and then I gradually started growing a business from fashion. So I think interior design came when I had my first store and I had designed it myself. Like I literally did everything myself. So people would come to the store and buy clothes. They'll be asking, who designed this piece? I'm like, I did it myself. They're like, oh, come on, help. I'm like, no, I'm not helping you do that. You know, so the push became a lot. In fact, I started referring my friends to do the jobs. And then they were doing a lot, doing very well, getting more clients. They come and tell me, oh, the client introduced them to the other person. And they were like, oh, interesting. You know, so it never really still occurred to me that that was a career path for me.
Wonderful.
Until I had my next facility and I did it, and then it became worse. You know, people call me, please, please, please. So I guess
same keywords became better.
Yeah, actually. Because I feel like it derailed me, but today I'm happy about it.
Are you happy about it? You know, I love this because when you do a good job, word of mouth, referrals, that's what takes you. So basically, that's what has carried the business so far. You did not even need to, you don't even need to advertise at the start. Yes, advertising can come in a little bit later, but when you do something excellent, people will look for you.
Exactly. And I think I'm one of those people that I've gotten most of my jobs from referrals.
From referrals, yeah.
I can remember one time I was working on my client's project. I think I was at the site by 2 a.m. in the morning. I was stitching a particular furniture piece that I was making myself.
You're doing it yourself?
Yes. And then they came in and they were surprised, like I was still there. You know, so they kept on videoing me and posting me online. You know, and then I think I had about 600 followers or so thereabout. I slept and I woke up and then I had like 2,000 plus people like sending me random messages like, what is going on? Yeah, so I think word of mouth and referrals are actually done a lot for me.
I like this because I'm trying to put it into something that's happening to me at the particular moment. You know, how does the mind of a creative work? You know, now you mentioned something about 2 a.m. Is it? Do creatives have to not sleep, as it were? Because you know, when they say that the mind of a creative is centric, you know, they are haphazard. You know, they are not straight. A creative, you know, is it that way for you? What's it like in your mind?
Well, I think that growing up, I didn't understand it. But I remember there was a time that I would be crying, like I couldn't sleep. And then it was a problem. And then when I feel like sleeping is when people are going to work. I'm like, what's going on?
How old were you at this point?
In my 20s. You know, I'll be awake all through the night. In the morning when people are going to work, I'll be feeling sleepy. And then I have things to do. I'll nod during the day. You know, it took me one day, I walked into a store and the lady saw me and then she said, hi, how are you? I told her my name. Where are you from? I told her. She said, do you sleep? I'm like, how do you do that? I'm like, no, I don't sleep. See, now, I'll be creative. So like, what's she talking about?
Wow.
You get what I mean? I don't think anybody in my immediate family understood what I was going through. You know, they just felt like maybe I was odd or different.
Is that the case still now? Is that the case still now? At the moment?
Maybe this generation, they are because all of them think they are creatives. But during my time, I don't think it was as popular. We didn't know what we were.
But for you now, do you still have that? Do you still have that issue still now? Do you find it hard to sleep at night?
I find it very hard to sleep.
So how do you do? You sleep mostly during the day and all of that?
I can't even sleep during the day. I have to take
but how do you? How health conscious are you? You know, because some people will talk about how important, especially the older we get, how important sleep is. And of course, you'd have read things like that. Does it bother you in some way?
It used to bother me, but now it doesn't bother me anymore. So when I sleep, I sleep. So there are times I actually really sleep. So I know how to sleep now.
Okay, so you just work with yourself and understand yourself. I think that's the most important thing, because no matter how much we want to make it seem, we are all unique in our own ways.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and embracing that uniqueness is all of that. And so there's a question I really want to ask. Is there any way someone saw you, say, do you sleep and identify? Is there any way to identify a creative? If you wanted someone to work with you and then you had a number of people, how would you identify somebody who is imaginative, who's creative, as you are, or something?
So for me, mine is more like a giveaway. When they see my head, they're like, maybe it's this, it's that.
And the way you look or something, the way you put yourself together.
Yeah, you just, once you see someone that is not regular, you should be able to identify that person. I could identify it before, but now I'm drawn to them. So if I see people like heavy tattoos, heavy piercing, I like for the fact that you have the guts to.
Try saying something like, the believe something like the aura, the people give off aura that you can feel.
Yes, most times you feel the aura, some of them don't even know what they are doing. Yeah, and I've had the opportunity to meet a number of them. They don't know who they are. So after speaking to them, they're like, that's true. I like, yeah. They're just expressive initially. You just come with a lot of expression.
And I think it was Eva Alodia who mentioned that there are some people who are so talented, who can do so many things, and they are so confused. It's now hard to define themselves. What exactly do you want to do? I want to wrap up with that. How does somebody who is that way, maybe a young person, preteens, teenager, or early 20s, who they can do so much.
Many things.
But you can do so many things, and it's now confusing. What exactly do I do? How does that person navigate this particular circumstance?
So I think that kind of person should go through mentorship. And how do you find the mentor? That's the next issue. So for someone like me, I had fashion in my head, and I was exhibiting heavy interior design, but I didn't know what it was. So my parents started getting worried. In fact, when I studied physics, I went into fashion school, like I paid for myself. I wanted to learn how to sew. My dad panicked, but while I did that, he said, I think you should go to a business school. So while I was in business school, I think it sort of helped me brush what I was doing, and then it was just back to scale up preference. What do you think you can start first? What do you think you can start second? What do you think can fit first? What can you fit second? And then we looked at it and like, okay, starting a fashion brand at an early age would be capital intensive. Learning interior design and then being of service to people would probably generate funds. So I like, okay, let me start with interior design. Interior design literally has been able to fund all my ideas.
Wonderful. Anderson, thank you. Thank you. It was quite an enlightening discussion. I know that we'll have this video up on YouTube. People can go back, make reference to it, to understand creativity a little bit more. Well done. I'm wishing you all the best.
Thank you so
more
much.
grace to your elbows. Okay. All right. That's quite an intriguing and interesting conversation there about creativity and all of that, and you definitely learned something from it. All right. Mary, you do have some birthday shout-outs, right? We're celebrating some wonderful people, right? Okay. Mary, take it away.
Thank you, Mike. It is time for us to celebrate your loved ones and yourself. It is time for birthday shout-outs on Wake Up Nigeria. And this morning, we begin with Adedeji Adeshola. September 12th is your birthday. You're celebrating yourself, and so are we on Wake Up Nigeria. Happy birthday!
This year, you will have all that you prayed for. This year, you will have all that you wish for.
We are celebrating Akinsomi Nifemi Toyin. September 14th is your birthday. This is coming to you from Kolade Daniel. Enjoy the celebration. And of course, we are celebrating Moro Mubo Omoumi Oludiran. September 9 is your birthday. Sheun Adewale is wishing you a very happy birthday. Enjoy the celebration. And then, of course, we are celebrating Afolarin Jayola. September 14 is your birthday. Inyoluwa is wishing you the very best. So that's Akinsomi Nifemi Toyin. Happy birthday to you. And then, of course, we are celebrating Kolade Daniel. Oh, apologies for that. This is Moro Mubo now. Moro Mubo Omoumi Oludiran. September 9 is your birthday. Chinwa Adewale is celebrating you. Happy birthday to Chinwe Akaizo. September 3 is your birthday. You are celebrating yourself, and so are we on Wake Up Nigeria. Enjoy the celebration.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have all that that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more.
Happy birthday to Ebuku Comfort Moreni KG. September 6th is your birthday. Ebuku Rashidat is wishing you a very happy celebration. Happy birthday to Grace Cherish Omile. September 8th is your birthday. Your daddy, your mommy, and your siblings are wishing you the very best. Make sure you enjoy the celebration, okay?
All that you prayed for this year, you would have all that you wish for.
Happy birthday to Titus Oshundino. September 14th is your birthday. Bolabo Olaigbe is wishing you the very best.
This day is your day. I wish you all the best.
Happy birthday to Princess Adefunke Felicia. September 15th is your birthday. Your daughter-in-law, Dolapo, wishes you the very best. Enjoy the celebration.
You go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
We are celebrating Queen Mayul Edochie. September 16th is your birthday. Victoria is wishing you the very best. Happy birthday.
I wish you long life and prosperity.
Happy birthday to Tamuno Prayer Harry. September 3 is your birthday. Amaka Harry is wishing you the very best. Enjoy the celebration.
All that you prayed for this year, you would have. All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday to Titi Layo Aliton. September 15 is your birthday. Raphael Aliton is wishing you the very best. Make sure you enjoy the celebration, okay? Happy birthday!
I wish you long life and prosperity.
Happy birthday to Yetunde Olani. September 4 is your birthday. Ritoke is wishing you the very best. Enjoy the celebration.
All that you prayed for this year, you would have. All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more.
And to everyone born in the month of September, happy birthday to you indeed, especially Mushashe Geoluwa. We love you so much. Enjoy the celebration. At this point, we have to take a break. See you on the other side of the hour. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be right back.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women we shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is The Black Table.
All right, if you're just joining in, you've actually missed one good hour of the show.
Yes.
You should be worried. Normally, I would say not to worry. Nah, you missed quite a lot. Maybe the second half lap will try and make up for that, but no, it would never make up for that. Next time, tune in time for Wake Up Nigeria.
Of course, don't mind Mike. We still have another hour for you. It will not be like the first one, of course, but then again, it's still an amazing, amazing hour just for you. It's still a beautiful Thursday right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
It is.
We are still here for the inspiring stories, the feel-good moments, and everything in between.
How do you start up your mornings? What's the first? I know you do tea.
Yes.
What's the first thing I get into your body? Water or tea?
Water. So immediately I wake up in the morning, the first thing I take is water. Yes.
I have to learn. There's a time I started it, but then I dropped off. But I have to learn.
I always tell people, because people are like, water in the morning, especially when it's warm water, it's really not good. But then again, the trick is, warm water, not cold water.
Not cold water.
The trick is literally...
So I just do room temperature.
Yes, room temperature, yeah. So probably a squeeze of lemon just to give it a little taste. And lemon is also very good for you on empty tummy. It literally keeps your belly flat. Or cucumber slices, just things to zhuzh up the water a bit.
All right. If I ask Black Widow now, what she'll tell me, I don't know. She'll say something not just normal. Yeah. But Black Widow is on standby, of course, with STK. How's breakfast coming this morning? The noodles done? Enough pepper inside? Our eggs, has it boiled? You know, set up my 2 eggs, so I put no over boiler bowl and all of that. Yeah.
No, the noodles is ready. You know, when you're eating Korean movie, there's cold noodles, there's spicy noodles. So we started it as spicy, but by the time you serve it, it might be cold noodles. So prepare your mind.
I love the gesticulation.
What's your own now?
Like this love between Mary and Mike. We need to study it.
I love. Is that the show love? This one?
Yes, so. This is the realest form of love.
Mike would rather give me a punch in the face than show me love.
All right, but yeah.
My name is Winfrey Agbeleshe.
Mike Messi-Keno. The show is streaming live, tvcentertainment.tv on YouTube, also at TVC Entertainment.
Absolutely. Make sure you do download the app on either the Play Store or the iOS Store so that you have us at your palm wherever you go. Our hashtag is also Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Tweet at us, post at us. We want to literally hear from you.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what we have left on the show this morning. We've had quite an interesting discussion or discussions, by the way. All right. We've had birthday shout-outs, celebrated some of you and your loved ones.
Yes.
All right. Chef STK, of course, has been putting together breakfast, which is almost already done.
Yes.
All right. We've also had a performance. Michael Damilola, a.k.a. BM Lord. We'll probably still have him here. He's given us a performance a little bit earlier.
Yes.
But we're also reviewing...
Coming up. Yes. Chapter 17. Very interesting read. Now, this book is written by a 19-year-old. And I was literally going through her bio. I'm like, whoa, she's actually done so much already.
She's from Edo State, right?
We'll find out.
She's from Edo State, right?
Please don't stress me.
There are two of your sisters here. There's something about Thursday and Edo people are quite creative, because I remember particularly when we had art display and we had,
book charts.
Book charts. So normally Thursdays,
Not for us.
What for you? And you just came back from Bidibia. I told you have to avoid me for like 3 days. Let your ancestors. But yeah, chapter 17. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Really not.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the size of what we have on the show left for us this morning.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
should gear up, yeah?
Yes.
Should gear up, get set. It's been a while I saw you drink tea. Like your purple tea. Is it purple?
Yeah.
Now? It has many colors.
Hibiscus tea.
Hibiscus tea.
Yeah.
I like the aroma.
Oh, really? It's actually a mixture of a lot of things. There's hibiscus, there's cloves, there's turmeric, in fact, there's so many
chia?
things. There's black pepper. Yeah.
That's no longer tea.
Yeah.
That's porridge. All right, we will be back right after this with the rest of the show.
Yes.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. We're still here with Chef Simbi. Chef SDK is still here with us. So I don't, I've been noodles she's cooking. And summer. The noodles is already. But that's very good because I said, quick breakfast, Abby. Sharp.
Yes.
All right, so our noodles is ready. Tell us what actually happened in that pan.
So, like I said before, I was going to cut the veggies, yes, and then I fried the veggies, put that aside. I fried the sausages, put that aside. And then when I finished parboiling the noodles, then I
mixed everything
up
together.
Yes.
All right, so now our sausages are standing by to go in as well, right? Okay, but now we literally caught you peeling some eggs. And I said I had some questions to ask you because some people actually struggle with eggs boiling, right? Sometimes you boil egg, sometimes you cook, sometimes the yolk is grey, sometimes the yolk is yellow, sometimes you peel it, the yolk is running. Sometimes you're trying to peel it and then the back is peeling off with the shell. So tell us, is there a particular way to boil your egg? And then how many minutes, first of all, to make sure that your egg is done properly?
So for me, when the egg has cracked like this, when it's like...
You cracked? Are you serious?
That's how I
You know that it's ready?
Yes.
What if it didn't crack?
It will definitely. There must be one.
I promise you.
There must be one.
Okay, one out of all of them. Not all of them. Oh, okay. What if nobody want egg and face will crack? What will you not do?
But I know when you want to peel.
Yes.
Just put it in cold water.
First? Okay. What does it do?
So if it just calms it down.
Okay.
So remember, sometimes when people peel it, you see that
there's a layer, Abby?
Yes, so that layer has to go
with the shell. Yes.
So it has to now be like this.
Okay.
But sometimes some people are in a hurry.
Yes.
They'll just start peeling and then at the end of the day you end up
the things
just
there
catching the whole thing.
Yes.
So but you have to put it
sometimes it's stubborn, the layer refuses to go, it's just there. And then you now have to pick it out. It now dents the egg. It's very
So the thing is, just be patient. Put it in cold water a bit.
A bit, okay.
Then peel.
Then peel.
There's no two ways about it.
No, okay. All right, no worries. So from Chef STK, if you're boiling your eggs, if it does not crack, don't stop boiling it.
I didn't say that though.
It must crack. And all of that. Okay, amazing. So let's see. I actually want to see to make sure that maybe there's one that will literally just be stubborn today. But yeah, it's literally peeling off.
As long as you put it in cold water.
As long as you put it in cold water. No, actually, I think I've boiled eggs, put them in cold water, and still had that problem.
Serious.
I'm telling you. So now, is it the same thing? Boiling it, leaving it in the water you boiled it in, and leaving it to cool down?
The water you boiled it in.
Yes.
Throw it away.
Throw it away.
And then put normal cold water.
Cold water.
Like maybe you can do it twice and then pour the water away or just leave it. I don't know anyhow.
I'm not trying to waste water now. So the water, they say water now. So you leave it to cool down.
How long do you wait?
You wait
for
so exactly.
Okay, maybe this.
Oh, you see, I knew it. I knew one egg would devour your hand the other day. So now in this situation, what do you think the problem is?
Maybe it's the egg.
And then it's not the egg. It's not you.
I'll leave it back again.
It's not method. It's now the egg. All right. I think it's interesting. So I think when it comes to eggs, I don't even want to see whether they're different types.
Yes,
because they are
actually.
right. Okay. So can you help us differentiate?
So I don't know how they name it, but I know that chickens are like properly, those chickens that move about.
Yes.
Their eggs are different.
Okay.
In terms of the yolk.
Okay.
But the ones who eat those
that they just put in the poultry and they are okay. So the ones that I think there's a difference between homegrown and poultry grown and all that. So there are some that usually produce specifically for commercial purposes, right?
Yes.
So what is the difference in the yolk? Which one is more healthy?
For me, those ones that move about.
Move about, right?
Yes.
Because they literally move about. So we can say they are burning fats and they're exercising.
They eat proper.
And they eat proper food based on what they want, not what's just fed to them. That's actually very true. Because I remember watching a short documentary on like chickens and poultry. And yes, there's actually that. So the ones that are literally in the cage, you see them stepping on each other. Then also, even when they mess up the place, sometimes they don't, it's there for a while before they now take it out. Sometimes some are sick and they're all just together breathing and all of that. But the ones that move about actually seem to be healthier. And I think, yes, that's the egg. So, and I also think that sometimes you can actually see it on the label if you buy those eggs that are in the park, right?
Yes.
And I think I also prefer buying, the eggs that they count. Those ones are the ones I feel are from the farm. Directly, right?
Is it the ones they sell in the supermarket that they put?
No, not those ones. The ones in the crates that they count.
Yes.
I feel those ones
are the
also
proper ones.
are the proper ones. But even the ones they pack too, I feel sometimes it's just the packaging, right? But most times it's labeled homegrown, farm grown, or like poultry grown. All right, so we've actually learned a little about eggs. You see this one too. So I just think this thing is just there's no method to it. All right, amazing. So by the time we're coming back to the kitchen, our noodles will actually be served up. Right about now, let's take a quick break. Still so much more coming right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodima's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, Guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Well, welcome back. It's a time for a tech discussion. Now, over the course of the past few weeks, we've been having quite instructive lessons here. Uyi Ebwoma is our tech consultant for this one, co-founder, Tech Patriot, a tech consultant, and we've been talking about habits that make you susceptible to scam online. Hello, Uyi. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. So good to be here once again.
All right, wonderful. Now, today we're going to be focusing on the job scam, as it were. We are in a country where we have a greater percentage of the youths, looking for jobs. And that is one way people prey on that particular need, as it were, for people to get jobs. They prey on that instinct and scam people. So let's talk about that. Instances, how do people fall, or how do you ensure that you don't fall for such a scam, a job scam, as it were, using that way to scam you of your money?
Okay, so I'll just build the case this way. Sometimes, especially recently, with the way the economy is, there's this constant quest and push to earn in dollars. So this scam is targeted at people who have maybe foreign jobs, like international jobs, remote jobs, and all of that. So they are legit ones, no doubt. But there's this scam that I've seen someone that fell for this, as in it was so sophisticated in his makeup, but it was a scam. And what was it? He got a letter in his mail, saying there was an opening in an INGO, one of these big INGOs. So they forged their letterheads and all those stuff, and then their logos and all that. So it looked really legit. So he applied for the job. So you can apply for any job when you get links and all that. So he applied for the job. Then he went through different phases, submit your credentials and all that, and he had gone through all that. Then he got to a stage and they said, okay, you'll get the job and all that. So, but there's this certification you need to have to be able to qualify for this role. And since you have other things, you pass through other things, just have this certification and you have the role. So with that eagerness, you think that everything has almost clicked. You say, man, your life is about to change. Because many of them, they pay in dollars, their salaries are very attractive and all that. So they told him about certification. So he went to look for a certification. I couldn't find it. I said, okay, this is the link to the certification body. Just go there and all that. So he went there, clicked the link. It was a website. They had a certification. He registered for a certification. He paid about $100, about $150, paid for it, wrote an exam, passed the exam, got the results, uploaded to these people. They will say, oh, congratulations and all that. And they gave him an appointment letter. His breakdown of salary and everything. And funny enough, the organization had an office in Abuja, a head office. In fact, it's a UN organization that they use in quote. So on the day of resumption, he packed himself, dressed up well, took his appointment letter and all that to go to the office as a new staff now that God has blessed. So he went there just to get there, and at the screen at the gate, they're like, there is nothing like this. What? They took him to the HR and there was nothing like that. It was all a scam. So we now did the playback. When he told me that, we now did the playback. We now found out that at that point, where they wanted you to take that certification, that was where it was. So they were running a quasi-exam to make people feel that they were doing something, and that's where they were making their money from.
Legit, like, pay for it, legit, like you log in, you set the exam for you. You write the exam.
Timer, online exam. Get results.
Get results.
Then take the results. What? Hey, my goodness. It was a sophisticated scam.
What?
Yeah. And a lot of people, when we probed it, a lot had happened. In fact, because of the Naira payment issue sometimes, maybe they say you can't pay with your Naira card. They even allow people pay with crypto, with Bitcoin. So they didn't want to make payment an issue. Like that.
You know, for me that has seen a lot, I am shocked at this one. This is sophisticated.
This was really sophisticated. So sometimes as you apply for jobs, once, normally the normal traditional route is do this after your interview, you get it and all that. But when the same people are telling you go and do this, and then I'll tell you the certification to take, and just ask somebody else. I was shocked at this because I knew the person. I was shocked at this. So, but when we ran the trail, then when we went to certification, remember what I said about HTTPS and link to stuff? Where there was a breakdown was, if we had verified in the INGOs, though it's sometimes difficult, you need to have a lot of customer care, look for the exact number that has their HR and all that. They may not reply on time because of the volumes they get and all that. But if they tell you to write any exam to be able to complete the appointment process, maybe the interview process, watch it. Something is going on already.
Wow.
That is where this scam is. So it's not a direct scam now. They are using the opportunity, how would I put it, that setup that gets you desperate. Not like desperate, you're doing everything right. But that exam part, that is where they are making their money from. That is the scam. Now you need to be really careful about this.
Yeah. All right. Now you made mention about the uniform resource locator, the URL or web address, as a number of people will know it. Is there any way, in that particular scenario, was there any way that that the victim could have used the URL to identify that he was dealing with scammers?
Okay, well, it's hard to do that because many times they'll buy a URL that is maybe the name of the exam or the name of the organization they told you to go and take the exam with. So it's really hard. But then you see many URLs that don't come with .com or .org. Some of them may have Austria, some funny extensions. So many times they do that because of the legit names are already taken. So they're looking for the most available name. It's not that it's always like that, but that is a first clue that you need to investigate further. Then another thing you can do is take the name and all that and drop it maybe on Google or any AI boot to say like, has there been any case where somebody reported a victim of this? Because some people may have been a victim and they drop their experiences and their review. The web crawlers pick those things and some may even share their experiences and all that. Like now, as we're talking about this now, it's been captured. It's going to be on YouTube. It's been captured. Down the line, some AI will pick what we said, transcribe it, and archive it somewhere. So sometimes when you put all that, it could bring even this interview as one of the results, depending on how you say. So if you see people's experiences, you may see that, oh, this has happened to somebody before, or this exact format, then you know, okay, I have to be careful with it. We learn every day anyway.
Wonderful. You know, I remember a time when there was this particular website, Nairaland, where a lot of people used to share experiences. In fact, you know, there's also the physical one where they'll tell you, come for an interview. That used to happen a lot in Lagos. I've even gone for one. They'll tell you, come for an interview, come to this place. Legit, they open the place, you come and see people, they'll come and be giving you training and all of that. You know, once some of them, they'll finish it and then they'll tell you to market her. It's not actually the job. No, that used to happen a lot. Nairaland used to be a site where a number of people will come and share experiences. So normally that time, you put it into, you take the address. Most of the time, maybe if it's an address, like you mentioned. Now, this is an online address. Sometimes it was a physical address. You put it into a Google search, or as you were now, a chat bot, and it just brings out everything. That's where we get to learn to use these resources. So, like you said, double check. If you don't have somebody here, you always have to ensure you double check, right?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. And so, in this scenario, what can be done? Do people need to report some of these handles so that they can be blacklisted? Is there any way that there's some form of, how do I put it now? Some form of government, you know, is there any way that something can happen that these things, before they happen, maybe cultivate our web space in such a way that these things are reduced? Can anything as such be done?
Oh yeah. Some agencies like the EFCC, NIDA, and these are agencies that have a wide reach, all right? So you can report this to them. You can write to them. You can tweet at them. You can do this to them to help them. And whether I like it or not, no matter how we about the system, there's still some good people in the system. There's still some people that are, out there, really helping others, fighting crime like that. They can take that up and do a secular on it, a memo on it. The major thing is when bodies like that do that, it proliferates the message so that on the net you can easily get to them. Sometimes they may do a jingle around this, sometimes they may do an awareness around it because these things keep changing. So you just do your part. Like what we're doing now, we're talking about it now, we're doing our part. We're propagating the message. All right. Others, if it happens to you, put it out there. Sometimes, because of the magnitude of it, especially because of the emotional and status things around with it, sometimes some people don't want people to know that this is what happened, because they have already told people that they had this job. So all of a sudden, how are you going to tell people that you were scammed? So sometimes, because of that, you don't want to talk. Let not be that I had. Yeah, I've given testimony already, and now I say I don't have job again. It's not look at God did not do it. Those kind of things. Like, but man, we're human, man. It's just something you could say, even your own brother or your sister or somebody get to you by just sharing, all right? If you can't even go to this agency sometimes, do that as a publication. Write a story in WhatsApp group, tell them to share with other people, and some will propagate that, and it could help a lot of people. And I think thanks for what we're doing like this, that we keep sharing.
We can keep sharing.
I talk about things like this here.
I think one other way is also to share incognito. You can share it and change your name, put it out somewhere, get it to somebody. In case you are too ashamed, get it to somebody and let the person write about it and use aliases.
Yes, exactly. Aliases like that, just to get a message so that people will learn. Yeah. So that's a way to.
Thank you so much, Uyi. Yeah, thank you so much, Uyi. This was very, very educative and instructive, and we're looking forward to having you for more editions where you get to teach us things like this, how to be safe from online scam. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Uyi.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, man.
All right, that's it. We'll be able to pick up something from this one. We've had this series for quite a long. The job scam, just be careful. You're looking for a job and you get that blessing. You go and give the testimony and then you go and find out. that was very sophisticated. Okay, we'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, it's chapter 17.
Level 2, electrified fence.
Space is terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Nick fam! Remember, Nick on TVC is your one-stop for engaging children's shows like El Tigre, Paw Patrol, SpongeBob SquarePants, Kung Fu Panda, and lots more to keep the kids glued to their screens. Catch us on Mondays to Fridays at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on TVC.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name na Chika Okeke. My name na Uwi Balogun. My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this. After that day, the man
you go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out.
On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be. Men no dey ever get force. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanja gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Please the man.
And that's some warrior.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
It's time for book chat on Wake Up Nigeria, and today we will be reviewing chapter 17. Now, this is a book written by Igben Abundance Ozedeme. She is a 19-year-old writer, speaker, and child advocate with a deep passion for storytelling that heals, transforms, and inspires. Indeed, it is a pleasure to have you in the studio with us this morning.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow, this book. Even from the cover, you can tell that it is one that deals with a lot, especially emotional. And so that brings me to something. What inspired you writing this book?
Okay, so growing up, I had to be around people who had these experiences. And I didn't know how to help. But then over time, I realized that words, when you speak words, they actually help so much when you tell people, okay, you are good, you are fine. So I'm like, okay, how can I now put those words into something very useful? And the first thing that comes to mind is writing, because this book is just coming from a place of having a very honest conversation about child trauma, mental health, those things that are not talked about really in the society. So I just use this book to now, okay, this is the way I can help you as an individual. I cannot possibly, at this age, I cannot take you to this person, but when I show you what it is that you can relate to, it's easier for you to now start your healing process.
And then the process of healing in this book is one that I find really inspirational. But then I have to ask you a deeply personal question. Is this your story?
No.
It's not. How were you able to really talk about it as if you had experienced it yourself? I know you said, oh, you've seen people that, but you talked about it from a perspective of only someone who has gone through that kind of pain can express.
Well, that was one of the hardest parts of writing the book. I had to put myself in the shoes of the character in the book, because that's the only way the reader would be able to connect to it. So when I'm able to show them the emotions that they are currently feeling, you are reading it and you're seeing, oh, I cried at so point, and I've seen that the character also cried. You know that, okay, it's actually okay to cry. I'm not weak. It's okay to actually cry. So like that. And then personally, when I was writing the book, I actually prayed a lot, because sometimes I had down moments. You know, when you're putting yourself in the place of like somebody else that's not you.
And it started affecting your emotions
me emotionally, because I'm
wow.
like, you know, these people have gone through this thing. How much more? How are they faring? And all of that. But it became easier over time, because I wasn't just doing it alone. I did it with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. So as I was writing, I was able to now channel those emotions to picture how they were feeling. And in picturing how they were feeling, I was able to write it down. And I didn't just write it down for writing's sake. I wrote it down so that when you are reading it, it's relatable. You're able to relate as you're reading.
Now, for the benefit of those who haven't read chapter 17, I'm going to have Abundance tell us about the book. Like a summary, not too much information, I know, but please tell us about the book, because it is one that I dare say is very important for every teenager to get, and not just teenagers, even adults that are still struggling with childhood trauma. It's a very, very important book. It's one I recommend, but tell us about the book.
Okay, so chapter 17 focuses on a 17-year-old girl. Meanwhile, it didn't just start from her journey at 17. It started from when she was younger, and the childhood traumas that she experienced, and how she was able to navigate through it. Then he talked about her healing process, her journey, and how those pains that she covered when she was younger affected her over time. Because, you know, you have to deal with pain. If not, you bleed on people. So that book showed that she didn't deal with this pain. So over time, it affected her. It affected her interaction with people and all of that. So as she was going and going and going, it now made a picture of, okay, this is what healing looks like. Healing is not immediately. Healing is a process. It's a journey. And then at the ending of the book, you'd see hope. You'll see hope, and you'll see a strong foundation in Christ, because there is no complete hope if you are not completely dependent on Christ. So that's the first thing to give you perfect healing.
Abundance, you are really filled with a lot of wise words, and you were able to put them onto paper with this book. And so it makes me wonder as well, as a writer, I know there's the writer's block, and then of course all the research that has to go into it, which went beyond even your speaking to people, but then of course even your own imagination of what ought to have been. And so let me ask you this: what was the most challenging part of writing this book? Because at this point, I'm calling you 19 going on 29. You're very intelligent. I like your thought process. So what would you say was the most challenging part of writing this?
Okay. So the part that gave me a bit of an issue when writing was the last chapter. Because I didn't know how to wrap it up.
Wow.
I didn't know how to wrap it up. I didn't know what to say like I said earlier, you know, it's not everything that is happily ever after. Life is not happily ever after most of the time. There are still challenges that would come.
I like the fact that you didn't end it that way. The usual thing is, and then she met the perfect gentleman
and they married,
who made her happy, who understood her experiences, and they always give birth to 3 children. So I love the realistic ending, and that's why I said it's actually a very beautiful book. Like, you were able to convey the fact that healing sometimes can take a lifetime. There will always be those moments when you catch yourself hurting, and then you have to now start your, you know, process. kick the healing process, just reignite it and ensure you. It's just like taking medication when you suddenly start feeling a headache. But then you were telling me about the most
challenging part. So that part of the book, I had to, it was a struggle because it's more like, the idea was when you are reading the book, please be able to relate. Now, how can somebody relate if it shows so much fiction? Because you know how fiction, fairy tales and all of that. So I had to struggle, I had to ask questions because even got to a point where I did a survey with my roommates. I asked them, I said, okay, if you were in this kind of situation, then I had to even listen to people who have been through that and how they were able to come out of it. Then I picked from here, picked from here, picked from here, picked from here, and I put it together. Even when I was able to put it together, I was still not sure. I was like, okay, should I not? I remember how I was able to wrap it up. It was on a day, I think it was on a Saturday. I woke up and I was looking at the last chapter and I'm like, it's not enough. Something is missing. And then I laid on my bed, I prayed, I was crying. And then when I woke up, I just started writing. I was listening to Lost and Found by Simi, and I started writing, and then that's how the last chapter came. And when I was done, I was just fulfilled. I was like, that's it.
So you know when you got me hooked on this book, the very first chapter. So you know there was a prologue, right? And then the first chapter. And how, you know, as a 7-year-old, the experiences she had then being a 9-year-old, opening up to adults. There's somebody I know who suffered child abuse as well. And when she was about, I think she was about 20 years old, when she finally opened up to her parents. No, she was 21. When she opened up to her parents, that, oh, this is what I experienced and everything. And there's something she said, her mom said that lives rent-free in my head. Her mom was like, why is she being so dramatic about it? That is she the first person to experience abuse? And that the fact that she has experienced it, she should just move on with her life and stop making a mountain out of a molehill. You know the first question I asked her when she said it? I said, do you still love your mom? She said yes, but that it's something that she would never forgive her mom for.
Why?
Like, it's just, you know, you love somebody, but it's something you would never forgive her for. Yes, you might say, oh, she's 21, so her mom felt, okay, as an adult, move on. But to me, that statement was brutal. And for her, the person who experienced it, I can't imagine how much more from her own mother. So just imagine if she had even opened up
to somebody else
as a child. No, even to her parents as a child.
True.
It would probably have damaged her more.
Yes.
So in a way, it's a blessing she was grown before she told her parents, because if she had told them and she had gotten that reaction, it would have destroyed her.
Honestly.
Yes. So I don't know what you have to say to parents. You're still a young person. For people who are going through stuff like that, what would you say to parents? How do they handle it?
So this book in particular, the theme it focuses on is breaking the silence of child and teenage molestation, the place of the parents and the society. Now, this book is a tool for a parent to see through their child's lens.
Good.
So when you are reading the book as a parent, you are seeing it, how your child felt, what she expected your response to be, what he or she rather would expect that you do for them at this situation. So it helps, right? It opens the minds of parents. Now, for parents generally, I would say first of all, be attentive. Growing up, pay attention, whether male or female, pay attention, because most of the times, danger is not outside. danger is inside.
It's within. Oh, in fact, let's just hang it there. Danger is within.
It is within.
Abundance has said it all. Danger is within. Thank you so much for your time, Abundance. And for that, I have breakfast for you. Okay, so we are going to go to the kitchen now, where Chef STK is with my colleagues, and we're going to have breakfast. Okay? All right, so let's head over there.
So, chapter 18 will be coming up quite very soon.
Chapter 18. Chapter 18. Where did you fast forward?
We've not finished chapter 17. And you said it's coming up.
I'm seeing ahead.
Yes.
You understand?
I believe.
Today.
Prophesy.
I love Benin. I love Edo State. Most of some of my closest friends are from there. I mean, Tech was Edo State. Chef, Edo State. Host, Edo State. Boom chat, Edo State.
Don't play.
Don't play. Okay.
All right. So we actually have Chef Cindy, Chef STK. She's been making this stir-fried noodles. We'd like for you to try it out and let us know exactly what you think about it.
Okay. Can I just use my fork?
Of course.
Please go ahead.
That's why it's there.
What did you say?
Can she use a fork?
I don't have to use the fork.
You can use it. I'm a Beanie babe.
You want to use your
Edo babe, sorry. Proper.
Seriously?
Okay.
No need to form. Just do it as we do it if you're at home.
Why is that like the black soup you're eating?
First of all, I love the pepper.
Hey.
I love pepper.
And when I tasted it, same way. Is that a thing you put to learn?
When I tasted it, it's the pepper that caught my attraction. I mean, my attention.
Attraction.
You see, you can take a girl out of Edo State.
But you cannot take Edo State out of her.
Out of the girl. Chapter 18 coming right up now.
Yes,
but we can take the show to you. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll be here tomorrow, same time. But then again, signing out, we actually have
M-Lord.
M-Lord.
Yeah?
Yeah, M-Lord.
Okay, all right. It's taking us out. It's been a wonderful show. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye. Enjoy the day.
Hey, yo, Jenkins Beats.
Je m'appelle, tu vas jouer, je l'ai fait. Je m'appelle, tu vas jouer, je l'ai fait. Oh, tu sais, tu go, t'as le cœur en maquillot, steady on my grind, yo, money on my mind, yo. I do parado, you won't know as the para flow. I won't walk, you sleep, they go. I do. When I get on the beat, she the day on my back on the lead. She the day on the run for me. Anytime when this life gets funny, my vibe. Uti boy gon' look in my eye. Man, nothing stopping this vibe. Like I just put me on ride. Show my face, yeah. Do I do you? Show the face, yeah. Show my face, yeah. Do I do you? Show the face, yeah. Last week, Saturday Joe to my regional blues. Money go did this share my son. She but she saw my on cruise. Cause I put in my dealer on booze. With the nobody snooze. Pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn gidi not fool. Oya gbé mi dé bẹ̀. Man of God ti gbé mi dé bẹ̀. Marathon I no run really yeah. Move fast no go come delay yeah. Come delay yeah. Rara. Ororororo. I tell you on the low now you do fofo. Straight from Bariga down to Coco. Come and jẹun lọ come lab. Show me the face. Show me the face. Show my face, do I do you? Show the face, show my face, do I do you? Show the face, show my face, do I do you? Show the face, When you know something, and when you know nothing, you know nothing.
Entertainment to me is everything. Entertainment is surrounding myself with loved ones, family, watching some good television shows, TV series, listening to good music, and taking a trip around the world, seeing new places and interacting with different people, and also having a feel of different culture and people all around the world. So for me, I would say entertainment is life. It's larger than life.
Are you ready? This is Max Hits. That's about that time. Hey. I got hit music. Yeah. Max Hits. Yeah. Let's go. All the hits. Yeah. Turn it up.
Most played.